So, what does a lawyer actually do? To be honest, I didn't really know until I started working at a law firm. The answer is, there's no one single way to practice law. There's actually many different areas of the law. The variety is one of the great things about the legal profession. You're able to explore and find the area that you resonate with most. Many know lawyers who defend criminals, help with family matters, who are corporate lawyers, or help those with personal injuries. But there are also endless areas that you may not have heard of. For instance, you could practice law in the sports industry, the entertainment industry, defend against medical malpractice, become involved in human rights or the protection of the environment. The list goes on and on. For instance, if there's a particular interest that you have, I promise you there's an area in the law that will fit within that interest. With all that being said, there are 4 elements of the legal profession that are a common ground across all practices. First, most lawyers specialize in one of 2 areas. They're either contract lawyers or trial lawyers. Trial lawyers, known as litigators, spend much of their days doing research on the law and representing their clients in disputes. This goes all the way from email negotiations to the day the case is heard in court. Contract lawyers, known as solicitors, spend most of their days researching the law, drafting contracts, making applications, and otherwise meeting with their clients to discuss their personal and business goals. There are lawyers who do some of both. Second, all lawyers work within the framework of the law, meaning the case law and legislation that governs a particular area. For example, criminal lawyers mostly follow the criminal code and the case law that is decided by the judges of our province. Third, law, it's within the service industry, which means that outside of legal work, a lawyer's main priority is maintaining a good relationship with their clients. They must always treat their clients with the utmost respect and courtesy. And finally, at the core of being a lawyer is problem solving. Your client is going to be coming to you with either a goal to be realized or a problem to be solved. It is up to you to find a solution that is in the best interest of your client. So, while being a lawyer can be challenging and requires a lot of hard work, it's a dynamic profession. It's intellectually stimulating and always interesting. And remember, wherever your interests lie, there's a place in the legal community for you.
The path to law school is not a short one. Students typically spend a minimum of 3 years in an undergraduate degree before going to law school. But that being said, the preparation for a strong law school application starts on day 1 of your university career. The law school application consists of 3 things: your grades, extracurriculars, and the LSAT. Obviously, you should focus on school and get the best grades that you can, but you need to be a well-rounded student in and out of the classroom. Law schools consider applications holistically, which means that volunteer experience, community involvement, and interest outside of school will ultimately increase your chances of getting in. Finally, there's the LSAT. The LSAT's an aptitude test that tests your ability to read, analyze, and reason logically. Though this might sound intimidating, there's a lot of courses and programs that help you prepare for the LSAT, and a lot of tricks and shortcuts that help you answer the questions.
Along with your grades and LSAT, another challenge students face when applying to law school is what it costs. The LSAT costs approximately $200 each time you write it, and many students make several attempts. On average, an application to a Canadian law school costs just over $100, and in Ontario, there's an additional $200 fee. These costs add up quickly once you factor in things like how many times you write the LSAT and how many law schools you apply to. For many students, these expenses can reach up to $1,000, and there can be an additional fee of $1,000 for LSAT books and courses. However, there are programs out there that cover the cost of LSAT prep courses for students who are in need. The cost of law school tuition in Canada is very expensive, though at some schools across the country, students pay nearly 10 times less than what they would in the United States. There are also bursary programs and student loans available for law students through government, banks, and law schools themselves. One common myth out there is that lawyers all make millions of dollars and are very rich. But the truth is, most don't. Lawyers in Canada generally don't make the high salaries that people think they do. In fact, most lawyers only make about $100,000 a year. With that being said, the range of incomes can really vary, anywhere from minimum wage to millions of dollars a year. Much of this depends on the area of law you practice, your level of expertise, your business abilities, and how much you work. You should know that high-earning legal jobs are very stressful and require long hours. And Only a few lawyers out there make that kind of income. On top of that, many law students graduate law school with 5 or even 6-figure debts. But at the end of the day, being a lawyer is a great privilege. Most lawyers make well above the average salary. Not to mention, you get to spend every day helping people. For most of us, that's all you could ask for.
The bottom line is this: the legal profession can be challenging, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. Lawyers in British Columbia help make our province a better and more equal place, one client at a time. And now, more than ever, we need diverse voices in our profession. We need those who can understand the needs and lives of those in our justice system. We at Raise the Bar call on young people from every single neighborhood across the province to help us, to fill our law schools. We need your unique perspectives, your resilience, your potential. Along the way, you may find yourself anxious about law-related questions that you don't know the answer to. Whether that's what lawyers do, how to apply to law school, or even how to pay for it. We faced many of the same challenges and learned along the way. And now we're here to help. We offer free one-on-one career guidance, school presentations, academic mentorship, and much more. Visit us at raisethebarlaw.ca for help with your legal journey.